Welcome to the 6-6 portal. The 6th of June is a really important date as it is the 6th day of the 6th month of the year. And this is known as the 6-6 portal and presents us with a fabulous opportunity to work with the extraordinary incoming energies for our highest good. So as we step into and through this 6-6 portal, let's take a look at the energies that are moving us along. These messages and the cards that I shared today are infused with the energy of Merlin's Woodland Brew, Nature Spirit's portal spray. Tuning in to some of the channeled words from Amanda Ellis for this spray, we set our intention as we move through this portal. Expansive in nature, wanting to bring nature's helpers closer, the right mix of ingredients, brew, to your door. And this may include new people with specialized skills or knowledge, books, new plants, walks, and places. This is intended as an aid to expand your awareness and relationship with everything in God's garden. Merlin, as master steward and magician, will open you to worlds within worlds, bringing alive childhood interest in tadpoles, butterflies, sunflowers, and frogs. Ask Merlin to reveal what you are ready to explore. Adventure awaits, and great truths and moments of aha. So what is a portal? A portal is an energetic gateway or doorway to an expanded state of consciousness that creates a powerful opportunity to connect with higher energies and make some huge shifts in our life. We can make the most of each portal if we work with the incoming energies and channel, anchor, and integrate them. The importance of numbers is highlighted here as in numerology, every number from 0 to 9 is a symbol and is therefore highly significant. Symbols are the language of the soul, and patterns of numbers work together like a code. And we can use days like these to connect more fully and readily with our higher nature and choose to elevate our level of consciousness. And the meaning of the 6-6 portal is that this gateway is a portal of light that will transmit activational codes by streaming rays of light down onto our beautiful planet. We can choose to consciously participate so that we can benefit fully, but it is entirely up to each individual whether to actively engage with and make the most of these incredible energies available at this time. And as we step through the 6-6 portal, the sun is in Gemini, the sign of relationships, and 6 is the number of harmonious balance, of bringing heaven to earth. So today is the perfect day to manifest unconditional love within our relationships in harmony with the universe. Angel number 6-6 also asks you to balance your physical, material, and spiritual lives. Focusing on your spirituality and living a conscientious and purposeful lifestyle will ensure that your material needs are met as you serve your divine life mission. Give any fears or anxieties about your monetary and material issues to the angels for healing and transmutation. And trust that as you live your spiritual truths, all of your needs will be provided for. Be open to receiving and accepting help and assistance from your angels, the spirit realm, and other people in your life. And as we tune in to these energies, we will have a pick a card for a special message for you from The Answer is Simple. So take a few deep breaths, tune in to these 3 cards, and choose 1, 2, or 3, and I will reveal The Answer is Simple message later today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love and many blessings. Okay, welcome back to the 6-6 portal pick a card. If you chose between cards 1, 2, or 3, or maybe you chose more than one, we are going to dive into this reveal starting with card 1. Let's take a look. So if you chose card 1 for the portal pick a card reveal, here we have your message. This is the card Just Laugh. And this card is absolutely capturing the playful energy of Gemini season, the playful energy of the Sagittarius full moon that we have just come through, and an invitation for us to lighten up, right? And to open ourselves up to the potential for good surprises. I always think when I see this card that, there's two types of people in this world, those who like Jack in the Boxes and those who don't. They always kind of made me a little anxious, turning that handle, just knowing that it was going to pop up at any second. And yet kids can, be so entertained by something like that. So let's dive into this message with the answer is simple. Just laugh. It's time to brighten your mood. No matter how somber or intimidating life appears right now, don't allow your ego to get too serious. Step away from the present situation for a moment and see the humor in what's in front of you. Call upon the divine forces of laughter, the great friends of your Holy Spirit, and ask them to help you elevate your perspective with humor and mirth. Laughter is the voice of your spirit. When you laugh, this part of you is singing. So not only is it time to laugh, but to do so with others as well, especially those with whom you have the greatest challenges. Interesting. Chuckle at the way your ego postures to isolate you and keep you from feeling your divine power. It's also silly and way too much work. If you laugh, it will heal everything. So that is speaking to me about this 6/6 portal highlighting relationships, balance, and harmony, and a great opportunity for us to really step into that place so that if relationships that are around us are not currently balanced or in harmony, here comes this lightness inviting you to have a little more humor. And speaking of laughing, but also singing, feeling like throat chakra energy of expressing yourself and speaking your truth, recognizing that that is something to harmonize with others, and to allow for space for each person to share their song, right? So, but, definitely feeling this energy of lightness and humor and allowing yourself to just laugh and how that can lighten the mood, lighten the spirit, and maybe connecting with those with whom we might have the most challenges with through humor. So there is your answer is simple for the 6/6 portal. I hope you've enjoyed the messages and thank you so much for tuning in. If you chose card 2 for the 6/6 portal pick a card, here we reveal your message. It is this card of create. And I love this card. It's giving me a little Edward Scissorhands, flashing back to the movie, if you are familiar, and the landscaping here of the bushes into what appear to be swans. And so that's giving me a nod to absolutely creation for sure, being creative, expressing yourself, also, of course, connecting with nature and getting outdoors. But the swan for me represents being able to bring that connection between head and heart. The swan being known for that long neck as that bridge between, yes, our head, the thoughts, the ideas, the things that we are processing from a very mental place, but also the heart, our passions, and that which we create with. And so bridging those two things together, head and heart. So some of those great ideas and thoughts and maybe practical steps that you have in mind, bridging those in with your heart and creating from there. So let's get into the answer is simple message here. It says, right now, it's time to summon your creative spirit and to put it to work. Look beyond current circumstances and use the power within to create new ones. There's more to your world than the present is offering, and your spirit is eager to fashion something different. You're stuck in a rut, and your ego would have you believe that what you see now is all there is. This isn't true, and it's time to break free from the drudgery and boredom that the same old offers. Remember that you are a divine creative being, and your primary purpose in life is to create. When you stop doing so, you give up your greatest power. To create is power and joy. If you don't know where to begin or lack confidence, start with little things such as a new recipe, a poem, a piece of art, or even a new look. Cut your hair, change your wardrobe, and experiment with color. Ooh, I love it. Step up and step out of the predictable and unfulfilling present and into the world of excitement and fun that comes from creating something new. Once you decide to get creative, your spirit will assist in the fun. You have nothing to lose but the boredom and dissatisfaction you're experiencing now. So that's a beautiful message. I'm definitely feeling into this ladder as well of stepping up. And just one step, we don't have to scale all the way to the top, but there's an invitation to just sort of hand over hand, wrong over wrong, take a step up the ladder to see things from an uplifted point of view, from a higher point of view, but from a place more of joy and positivity, especially if you have been feeling the weight of boredom, dissatisfaction, or any of that heaviness. So a little guidance here to create, get outdoors, connect with nature, connect head and heart. And also the three little birds here are giving me a nod to Bob Marley and a little bit of don't worry about a thing because every little thing is going to be all right. So just embracing joy, creativity, lots of that solar plexus and sun energy. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed these messages. Much love to you. And now, last but not least, if you chose card number 3 for our 6/6 portal, pick a card. Your reveal is here as step away from the crowd. So we see this little bit of a black sheep, right? Stepping away from the crowd or moving against the current or going their own way. So let's see what the answer is simple's message is here. It says you're suffering from a case of too much talking, your own and others. You can't hear your spirit because it's being drowned out by too many ego voices and opinions. No doubt about it, you need some time alone. Don't allow your ego to deny you this important check-in with your spirit. It may tell you that you have no time. It might suggest that you can get to it later, or worse, that if you dare step away from catering to others for even a moment, you'll be in danger and your life will fall apart. This is such an exaggeration and drama. Although the ego would like you to believe that it has to be perpetually vigilant, you're completely safe to go within, and you must do so. A loving universe is watching over you so you don't have to solicit a million other opinions to feel safe. Time alone will reconnect you with your spirit and divine source and quiet the litany of outside opinions running your life. Take a few minutes to yourself today. The more time you allow with your spirit, the more time you will find for everything else. So depending on how that might be resonating for you, there's definitely a highlight here to much expected. We're in Gemini season. There is this pull to go out, to perhaps be more social, to have more interaction, but there's also that double-sided coin, right? There's that duality of too much of extroversion, or again, the 6/6 portal is absolutely highlighting relationships, and that number of 6 bringing in great opportunity to achieve balance and harmony in relationships, but also highlighting for us any disharmony, anything that is out of balance. So you may be feeling a little bit lost in the sauce, and in the way that it is coming across as too many ego voices and opinions. It's like, too many cooks in the kitchen, too much baaing, with all these sheep, ba, and it's time for you to go your own way, to take a step away and to maybe get some clarity, and again, this can be ego voices from others and in relationship dynamics. And for some people, you may be very aware of what those are and who those sheep are and all the things, but also it can be within ourselves. So we have all of these many ego voices within. And so those competing energies could some could be a little louder than others and maybe making it hard to get some clarity. So in some people's cases, there could be an opportunity to really step into stillness. And that can be through any practice that speaks to you, simply going for a walk to clear your head, taking some deep breaths, definitely getting out in nature, like literally going out onto the grass barefoot and standing there, earthing, connecting in with the earth, taking in some deep breaths and envisioning sort of pulling up the energy from the earth, and then pushing out with your exhale anything that you're releasing and letting go, just kind of getting centered. Or meditation, journaling, any practice that speaks to you, there could be an opportunity here for that as well. But no doubt it's speaking to an opportunity to take a breather, step away, and get some clarity. So I hope that that is resonating for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you lots of love.